sliding in there, Ramampatele. Take a look at this, George Mato. Nice pass to the outside of the boot, and that from Botsani. Oh, fantastic. The low center of gravity. Just spins back to his feet like a jack in the box. Well, what is that now? What is the call? We're not happy, the Chief supporters, with the call. Let's look at it again. He went at the corner. Was the whole ball over the line?
The whole circumference of the ball has to be over the line. That man deemed it to say it was 98%. There was still 2% of the ball in play.
Play continues now with Amazulu. Last time we played this competition back in 2019, Lesotho lost in this, at the same stage in the last 16. But got a poor record in this competition away from home. Amazulu, they've never won an away game in the Telkom knockout. 14 matches played away, drawn 5 and lost 9. This is a competition the Chiefs have enjoyed over the years. 13 titles, 8-time finalists over the years. The first of them came 40 years ago in 1983. What were you doing then, Professor Manenje?
I don't want to give away my age. Chiefs on the attack.
As a crack there, as Botsani gets a second bite. Mato there. Was surprised by the ball getting back to him. Caught a little flat-footed. Well, just before he picked up that injury, he was just enjoying a little...
Look at that transitional ball. It's 3 versus 2 in that instance. They need to make the better decisions. That is Kaizer Chiefs. They find themselves 3 versus 2. You want Matlo to be making a run a little bit away from Botsani, to be taking away the pressure from him, but he's making the run directly towards where he's standing.
The flag has stayed down. He had a chance. Oh my word, what a chance. Caught in 3 minds there. Keegan Dolly. Oh, you would have put money on him, at least hitting the target there.
Kaizer Chiefs again, Matlo starting to find space in between the lines. Good hold-up play coming from Chivavairo. Good layup for Keegan Dolly, but on his weaker foot, Titi, on his right foot. But he does what any youngster should be doing and watching and learning. When you are in that angle like that, you go across the goalkeeper. Just unfortunate for Keegan Dolly not to keep it on target.
Came on his standing leg.
A lot of left-footers, they have that problem.
Yeah. The chocolate leg is famously coined by Robin van Persie. Chiefs now look to play out the back here. I was just saying about George Matlo that just before he got that injury, he was just enjoying probably his best spell of form since joining Chiefs.
I like his technical arrogance on the ball. Whenever he's in position of the ball, you can see the confidence, the chest out, the head up. He's got a lot of confidence on the ball. That is Matlo. He needs to keep doing that because he was doing it excellently.
Now a chance to fire a shot in. Vali Motwa was asked the question and he had the answer. Elchi Papiro shooting from the outskirts of town.
Good ball rotation coming from Kaizer Chiefs. Again, Chivavairo giving himself as an option to receive. He has got the space and time to tell. He goes for those lace techniques. It's on target. He did a good reflex save coming from Motwa.
It's going to be said that Fedesi saw it coming a long way, but struck it well. Struck it well. And first corner of the game then for the home team. Going deep here. Was that Nobo underneath it but couldn't control it? Was actually the big man again, and Ethan Brooks is down. Didn't quite see what happened to Brooks. See what happens. Gets in a tangle there with Ngobo. Oops. Did he catch one in the face there?
I don't think there's anything intentional there.
Yeah.
Both players looking to find space. I think that Ngobo might have gotten his fingers in his eyes in that moment. He goes down. But it's good to see how Chivavairo is getting involved in the game. He's holding up the balls, bringing the midfielders into play. Chivavairo being able to turn when he's given space and time.
And that
is encouraging for Kaizer Chiefs.
And that is why they have him out there. That's exactly why they have him there. A very different front man to Ashley Dupree. Look at the pass count. It's Amazulu that have completed more passes.
You'd expect them to have more passes. They are playing without a number 9. They've got a numerical advantage in that midfield. It will be interesting to see with those number of passes, how many goal-scoring opportunities have they created? How many have they got on target with all that passes that they have so far?
Achimilson Dove. And looking to pick out the big man, Ranga. Chivavairo.
He has to perform. There is a target man on the bench. Kaizer Chiefs has brought Gonzalez into their squad. You still have an Ashley Dupree that is not available due to injury today. So every opportunity that you get up top, you need to do your best. And how do you do your best? You score goals and you keep your plays up top.
Indeed. It's the loose pass there, but recovered by Mteto. A bit of a hospital pass it was from Mteto. Now, Frosler intercepted. A little bit careless there with the passing. Chiefs giving it away too cheaply. Amazulu, tough nut to crack. They've proven to be so for Kaizer Chiefs. Remember, these two sides met in the MTN 8 semi-finals last season, and Brendan Truter, and they put together a solid defensive display to
that is Amazulu, the only team that has scored less goals.
They could be in trouble here, and a chance here to get the square ball in, hold it up, and allows them to recover. They were caught out there. Amazulu, ball is still in play. the ball. That's a bit of a waste there. What a promising situation for Chiefs then. In the end comes to nothing. Yusuf Mar's ball. Getting a bit of a talking to from Lifinzeki.
It's good to see the front three combining, Titi. You're looking at Ranga, Doli and Potsani. They're finding each other with passes. They're understanding each other's movements in terms of where to move on and off the ball. And that will be pleasing for Milifinzeki. It's just that supply coming from Yusuf Mart, like in that moment, giving the ball away. Ranga is not ready to make the run, so you can't make the pass because you need to wait for his movement, which will tell you where he wants to receive.
We up. Amazulu now. Got some numbers here in this attack. Hanamuk keeps it in play. By two, Henri Frosler. Hanamut and Tetra intervenes. We've hit the half-hour mark here at the FNB Stadium, and there's the fifth, in fact, in total of the curling knockout matches for in the round of 16, and we are still locked at 0-0 here. Already through Stellenbosch, MC, Lamont Golden Arrows, Orlando Pirates, and TS Galaxy have all ensured their names will be in the hat, the proverbial hat, when the draw is done tomorrow night, immediately following the match between SuperSports United and Polokwane City, which of course will be live here on your World of Diski. Now this is a man who's a bit of a late bloomer. Is Tetra 29, making a Bafana debut at that age. But he's certainly not a man who's short on self-belief, that's for sure. Over is down in the box for Chiefs. The ref will allow him to be attended to. Just get your thoughts then, Pomoza Manager, on this opening half an hour while Dove receives treatment. If a player goes down on his own, Titi, and he puts the jersey over his face, it says it's terminal. It says the technical bench needs to worry. They need to be thinking about changes that might be needed. It's good to see Castillo and Mart having a discussion. They play in the same role in that 8th position. It's good to see that the one is giving advice to the other one that is starting the game. You know, when the injury that Dove gets, I think he stretches his groin in this instance when he's trying to make that tackle against Kaká, and I think that's where the problem starts for Dove. That's a problem. It was so brilliantly done there by the pass to find him, the cross to pick out Moremi on the far side. This heavy stepping going on there. So is that for... it's pretty high up, eh? It's going on the thigh is the strapping. What else are you gonna do for a groin though? If it is a groin strain, yeah. Wonder how long he'll be able to carry. I wonder as well, is this not a bit risky? Does it not mean he might aggravate it the longer he goes on? Coaches will take time, especially with defensive substitutions, Titi. They will try and let him be on the field for the next 5 or so minutes, then he will indicate to the technical bench if he's able to continue.
because you've got Mzimango on the bench, you've got a Quinika and the Solomons in that bench. Those are the three defenders that Kaizer Chiefs have on the bench. What do you do then if he can't continue? Do you play Solomons at you can play Solomons at right back, then you move Reef Frosler to left back. He has played that position before, that is Frosler. You bring in a Quinika to go to right back, then you bring Reef Frosler to left back, but he gets paid the big money to make those decisions.
Absolutely. Msimango was a preferred partner for Tataone Bitokwe, the centre back for the opening matches of the season, and just in the last two matches has had to make do with the place on the bench.
When you had the bigger teams when you had the bigger teams, when you are at teams with a good depth, when you get given an opportunity, it's about grabbing it with both hands. He was the preferred starter at centre back, that is Msimango. But when Nobo got given the chance, he grabbed it with both hands.
Hey, a man who's had frustrating times since joining Chiefs in Nobo. So this is an opportunity maybe here to stake a claim. I mean, the thing is, when in his first season, he was played no manner of defensive roles, central midfield, and then defensive midfield, and then the centre back. It just never settled, and had a very frustrating time. Oh, heavy touch from Donny there. Oh, he was in on goal. But it was just a heavy touch there from Keegan Dolly. Normally,
they're gonna need to make the sub. I just wonder who they're gonna go for. That is Kaizer Chiefs. A good run again, being found by Mato.
As well. This looks very bad for him. You can see, as you were saying, as soon as he puts the jersey over his face, that he knows deep down. Looks like he's in tears there.
Did you see the communication with Reef Frosler and also Mulifinseki already giving him the instruction to Reef Frosler to say, when Quinika comes in, he's going to go to right back and you're going to slot in at that left back position. You've done it before. That's
Zita Quinika has checked in then. So a blow for Chiefs here. An early change that Mulifinseki would not have wanted to make. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. And on comes Quinika for his first appearance off the bench. It's his sixth appearance of the season. Motoa gathers it at the second take. It's a fourth meeting in the League Cup between these two sides in the PSL era. Another errant pass there from Amazulu. And those fluffed his lines there. The head-to-head in the four previous PSL era League Cup matches, or Cup matches, not just League Cup, but in the PSL era Cup meetings between these two sides. Reeds played four for Chiefs and 2 wins. 2 have been drawn. Those were, of course, in the MTN 8. You keep wondering how you draw it. Oh, what is happening? A little bit of scrappy stuff now from Amazulu. They're looking quite assured for the longest period. We saw the stats there about the passes completed, as we're saying, without an outlet, an obvious outlet. It means that there is a lot of rotation of the ball that's required. Fosla.
We saw him score an incredible goal against Orlando Pirates on this very same field, getting a good opportunity on his weaker foot again, going for that near post. He should be going across, trying to find that far post. Chivavairo complaining to say there's a foul on him, but the referee plays advantage because Yusuf Mart is in a shooting position in that instance.
Used his upper body strength very well there with the big man to turn. There's Pablo Franco Martin, Spanish coach of this Amazulu side. Had a Frenchman coaching them before, of course.
It will be a battle of the two Spanish mentors on Tuesday when Amazulu hosts Orlando Pirates.
Pirates having secured a passage into the quarterfinals, courtesy of well, they were meant to sweat a little in the first half, but they came back after the break. The team rejuvenated and bossed the second half.
I was looking forward to that game because of the cup hangover, because they just won the MTN. Then you go to a FIFA break. A lot of teams get worried about playing the first game after that victory or after the FIFA break.
But I was going to say, maybe the break helped. The FIFA break helped. They can get it out of their heads. Now, Martin just couldn't get the pass just a little bit too long there, but a nice idea. It was Mato again. He is the conductor there of all things in attack.
There's Reeve after that switch of positions going to left back, combining with Potani. Good to see that combination of Kaizer Chiefs in the final. They're finding each other. Titi, it's just that decision making of the final ball for Kaizer Chiefs. Do you shoot? Do you go for that extra pass?
Half time approaching. Ethan Brooks. Haven't had too many clear-cut chances here. Now here's a chance for Chiefs on the counter. Holding it up, then now slips a pass through. Could be a chance here, but well read by Velimoto as Mato tried the cut back.
Ranga Chivavairo holding up that ball, waiting for Punika to go on that run. He does not use him as the option. Mato, progressive pass coming from Ranga Chivavairo, but Mato a little bit too powerful in terms of the weight of the pass. He struggles to get there, but he manages to get there. No one are taking the near post for Kaizer Chiefs.
Made life a little bit easier for Velimoto. It's there first as Vitogwe. Fresh also from duty with the Zebras. It's on our national team. Good to have that kind of that number of players who play international football in your squad. It adds to the quality. Has he jarred something there, Yusuf Martin, that collision with Ethan Brooks?
It's just a collision of the knees between the two players. Looking at half time approaching, I think Pablo would be the happy of the two coaches, keeping a clean sheet in the first 45. Ntseki would be worried about the decision making in the final third. They are creating opportunities, they are finding each other in the final third. They just need to do better in terms of hitting target.
I did say they are a tough nut to crack. Amazulu defensively is very sound.
They've only scored 5 goals, Titi. Two of those players that have scored goals, that is Gumede and Brooks, they're on the field of play. The other players to score the other 3 goals is Dion, is on the bench, is Quem, is on the bench. Is he bringing one of his number 9s in the second half as plan B? That is Pablo. That's the big question.
I would imagine, yeah, we will be seeing Dion at some point as we approach half-time. His manager makes his way down pitch side to the... And we have a set-piece opportunity here for Kaizer Chiefs. Can they find the breakthrough on the stroke of half-time? They have an opportunity to do just that here. Well, this is not quite Keegan Dolly territory. And this one will favor... It's going to be a floated in. Header! Needed to keep that down. Was not a bad ball. Chivaviro is exactly the man you would want on the end of it. Nicely floated in there. And yeah, just got underneath it and didn't control it, went out well wide in the end. There was certainly an opportunity there for Chiefs. See there, he had the one shot on target, which was a ripper from a long way out, testing Veli Motwa. He showed his great reflexes there, did the Veli Motwa. He was a South African international. Veli Motwa was with Bafana Bafana in Cote d'Ivoire. In the recent camp, it was with the national team. Now, here come Amazulu. Can they snatch a lead before the break here? Man just going to ground them no ball as they get it away. That challenge. Oh, that looked bad at first sight. What did... I think he's already got a card in hand there, does Abongile Tom. He's already got a card in hand. Well, it seems like there were 3 people on the ground for momentarily, but it didn't look good at all, that challenge. And Raman Patlele is in a man who's in spot of bother here. He will pick up a caution for that mistimed challenge. Oh. Now what happened there? Was it just we'll have a look at it again in a moment. You know, good to see a man that Ngema is the one who gets a yellow card. Oh, goes Joe, that was, and he ends up getting hurt, but that was a bad challenge. Oh, catches a whole lot of Chivaviro there and somehow managed to do himself an injury. George Macho, I don't know whether this was for dissent, but Ngema has also gone into the book. Macho was it? We'll see whether Macho. So 2 quick cards there as we approach what half-time. This should be the last passage of play here. Just before the break, those critical moments they speak of so often. Ball floated in here. Catching challenge there, and the referee blows his whistle for half-time. The Chiefs supporters and players thought that the referee should have allowed play to end, but I think the ball and had to be discarded. Very much I will restart, and Fancy will get the whistle from half-time from Abongile Tom. Goes short, does Veli Motwa, and short blast on the whistle for this man has been very involved, George Mato, and where Chiefs frontmen have been combining nicely. They haven't always made the right choices in the final third, as Pumuzo Maneja was alluding to. But no doubt it'll be Pablo Franco Martin will be the happier of the 2 coaches as they've managed to keep a clean sheet going into the break. And yeah, but as I said, it's been an intriguing battle in that first half. And we'll see what the two coaches come up with then, because
the PSL presents the Calling Knockout. 16 top-flight teams engaged in an all-or-nothing showdown. Enthralling, innovative, and exhilarating. The Calling Knockout. Bring the energy.
Kwezi!
We're in Hollywood, baby.
I present to you as if it be.
Look familiar, Mr. Wilson.
Springboks of South Africa. Crunch, crunch, clash.
TV, your home of football.
Well, just a reminder on the Super Saturday that we've got the Rugby World Cup semi-final clash between the Three Lions, England, as well as the Springboks of South Africa. Crunch, crunch clash. And after fantastic performance from the Proteas over England earlier on, we can only but hope of what is going to happen in that rugby clash. At the break here in the Carling Knockout, it is still 0-0. Remember, there is a huge incentive in this competition to score as many goals, or rather to score goals as early as possible. 45 have gone by and 45,000 is out of that ultimate tab that could possibly be won. All right, so you take a look at that halftime, Jimmy, very much in the opening exchanges about Amazulu.
Look, I think Amazulu started on a positive by taking the game to Chiefs, forcing them to defend quite deep. But I think that was also intentional for Chiefs so that they can also adjust into the game. And in the latter stages of the game, they started to move out of their blocks by also taking the game to Amazulu. And I think the game started to open up from there.
Looking at that first half, I thought the first 20 minutes maybe belonged to Amazulu. Kaizer Chiefs was still adjusting as to who's the false nine, who's going to occupy those furthest position up top. But as soon as they adjusted, I thought that Matlou settled well in that midfield, being able to find Chivavairo, who was able to hold up the ball and bring in the midfielders into play.
Yeah, Kaizer.
Chiefs forcing them to defend quite deep. But I think that was also intentional for Chiefs so that they can also adjust into the game. And at the latter stages of the game, they started to move out of their blocks while also taking the game to Amazulu. And I think the game started to open up from there.
Looking at that first half, I thought the first 20 minutes maybe belonged to Amazulu. Kaizer Chiefs were still adjusting as to who's the false nine, who's going to occupy those furthest position up top. But as soon as they adjusted, I thought that Matlou settled well in that midfield, being able to find Chivavairo, who was able to hold up the ball and bring in the midfielders into play.
Yeah, Kaizer Chiefs weren't the only ones who were asking the question as to who was going to be tasked with getting that goal for Usut.
Yeah, Itumeleng Khune showing his experience, body behind the ball at all times, keeping his eyes on the ball. He makes the save, the defenders react and clear the second phase of defense.
Yeah, I think here Putsane, a beautiful run from the second line. Yeah, the idea was there. I think it's just the execution that let him down, because you could see the idea was to loop the ball over the goalkeeper, but a good presence of mind also from Velimoto.
Yeah, you're going to have to be a little bit more precise, a little bit more lethal when you've got a goalkeeper like Umotwa minding the sticks.
Yeah, you have to be very good. But that is Matlou. You are starting to show his influence into this game. That is Matlou. Kaizer Chiefs are creating opportunities, but it's the decision making in the final third that has let them down. In this instance, Dolly on his weaker foot, going across the goal, Jimmy, which is what is correct. He just needs to keep it on target.
Yeah, I think the idea was also maybe to just cross it, so in case someone can come in and tap it, because when he gets to his weaker foot, Dolly was obviously going to struggle, and also the angle. But yeah, brilliant shot by Chivavairo. This is the only shot on target that he has, but a good reflex save by Velimoto.
Given space and time, he uses the lace technique. He keeps it on target. Velimoto said, I'm not going to be beaten away from home. A good reflex save coming from him. Encouraging to see Chivavairo finding space and time and being able to have shots at goal.
Yeah, with him playing with his back against the defenders, it's always going to be a challenge for Amazulu. But yeah, Matlou seems to be the player that Chiefs uses every time they want to get into the final zone. And he seems to be the one who links up very well with Putsane also. Yeah, he comes in, tries to lay that one back. But unfortunate for him, he couldn't locate his teammate.
A good progressive pass coming from Ranga Chivavairo. Matlou intelligent in terms of seeing that space that is leaving behind him.
Yeah, definitely Kaizer Chiefs having the ascendancy going into the half, but also a really difficult encounter in terms of the physicality here.
Yeah, no, it was going to obviously demand a lot, because when you look at how Amazulu have set up, with Ben Mutwari there in the middle of the park, you expect a very closely contested fight in between, So I think so far so good for Amazulu. They haven't conceded. It's how they come back into the second half. When you look at also their bench, I think that's where some of their options are going to come from.
Looking at Amazulu, I think now what is being discussed on the change room of Amazulu will be plan B. Who's that plan B? Are they bringing an out-and-out number 9 in a Dion with the 2 goals so far this season, or do you go to a Quem to come out and play as the 9? They really need an out-and-out number 9. They need a reference, somebody to hold up the ball for the midfielders.
Let's look at the possibilities when it comes to plan B for both teams as well.
I think in this instance, with Chiefs having been affected by Dover being substituted, they then revert to Frosler moving to the left. Settles them a little bit, because Frosler is not that offensive when he plays on the left-hand side. But I think so far, the first 20 minutes is going to be key for Chiefs to just make sure they stabilize and don't really have to panic. It's just to encourage Chivavairo to get much more involved in the game.
I think when you look at the bench of Kaizer Chiefs, you've got a Modi who's got a brace against Amazulu in the league game. You've got a Castillo that scored in that game.
That can happen, and we still want your opinions as well. Remember, after the break, it's all about you voting for the man of the match as well. Make your voices heard. The Carling Knockout is all about you, the champion fans of the beautiful game.
The Carling Black Label Cup is here to put the power back in your hands. Fagugesi at the Carling Cup on 6th January.
But every time there's a so-called high demand, his ride becomes pricier. Chill, Junior. Next time, use InDrive and negotiate for a fixed price that doesn't change in traffic jams. InDrive. People driven.
Playboy Limitless. A new dimension of attraction.
Babize bonke! The DSTV Premiership is taking things to the next level. This season, loyal Diski fans will be rewarded for showing love to their teams in our exciting halftime special, AmaFan Days. Stay on the lookout for select AmaFan Days fixtures and you could be our next fan of the match. To enter, get your match day tickets, visit our DSTV activation zone and sign up with one of our promoters. And just like that, you could stand a chance to win 100,000 rands cash. If you're a compact subscriber or higher, we'll double it to 200,000 rands. But not so fast. To claim your prize, you'll have to take a penalty kick against one of your favorite DSTV stars. If you score the winning kick, you'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
So you're walking home with 100,000 rands.
So show up and show off your team in a DSTV Premiership season like no other and be rewarded. Babize bonke. DSTV, the home of sport, the home of Itiski.
I told you it was too much, man.
Shh! You did it on Wednesday.
Woo! Yeah, talk about too much.
You did it on Monday. You make it feel like every day's payday.
Don't you play the Daily Lotto?
Yes.
Make every day feel like payday with the Daily Lotto. Play Daily Lotto for only 3.
Forced into an early change in the first half when Edmundson Dove looked like he had pulled or strained his groin and tried to carry on, but it looked too painful and he walked off the field in tears. So it looks like that could be, I think, maybe a sign that could be a long-term injury or a serious one nonetheless.
It seems like it's the first injury that kept him out in the beginning of the season. He thought it had healed. I think it's the same injury, that's why he was in tears.
That's the only change, by the way, that we've had with Edmundson going off to be replaced by Zeta Quinika. Amazulu naming 2 changes to their lineup from the team that last played before the break. That is before the international break when Amazulu lost 2-1 away to Swallows. 7 of the players in the starting lineup for Amazulu started in that game that Chiefs won 3-0. Getting themselves into a spot of bother here. Good pressing from Chiefs here. Hanamuk now forced backwards. Velimota, 2 Chiefs players descending on him. Mtetwa, very nearly getting in each other's way there with Mato, but there's a foul and the free kick will go against Chiefs. Belimpelo Ngema.
I think correct call. Look at the Ox, he gives the pass, but look at his hand.
Yeah.
Obstruction. And that's a correct call, by the way.
Very deliberate one there. See the foul count there. Amazulu playing without out and out striker. Look at the goal attempts there. 6 plays 2. You see the moment those on target and just a little too high that cross was. You do get a sense that we are bound to see Sedi Dion coming on for Amazulu at some point.
It's either Dion or Quem, that we might see. As you see them, I think this is a routine from the training ground. Maybe it might be a short corner. And they're deciding to go for the in-swinger instead of the out-swinger. The in-swinger is going to be. And look at where Muremi is hanging around on that far post. Raman Patlele's job will also to block the view of the goalkeeper.
Ball floated in, a solid punch on it by Itumele Nkune, and also draws a foul, or is fouled. As the Chiefs, who haven't kept the clean sheet in their last 4 matches. Oh dear, is that the way the referee is blowing on his whistle, you can tell it's something potentially serious. Clash of heads. 2 Amazulu players. Skakane is the one. And it looks like Raman Patel is the other, yeah. Eyes on the ball. Yeah.
I think I'm happy to see that it's not a head collision.
Yeah.
Because I think the elbow of Skakane that gets at the better of Raman Patel. It looks serious in the
real time, yeah. We've already seen one very serious injury this week. We can do without another as we continue to send out best wishes and a speedy recovery to Bernard Parker, who's undergone surgery.
It was good to see him being discharged earlier on today. He was in high spirits. I know he's a very strong player, very experienced player, good support structure also. So may we see him back on the field soon.
Absolutely. Clean leg break, it looked like a double fracture. It's one of those horror injuries, but thanks to the wonders of modern medicine, you do have belief and hope that he will make his way back again. Age maybe not on his side anymore, Bernard Parker.
One thing that I saw on that bench of Amazulu is that they don't seem to be worried. They are relaxed. I think the medical team has indicated to them to say both players are okay, and that's why they are relaxing on that bench. They are not looking that worried, Titi.
Which is all good. Good news all round. Well, I spoke about Chiefs' record in this competition, how they have made it a habit over the years to become the first winners every time the competition changes names. In 97, they won the first Rothmans Cup. They won the first 2 editions of the Rothmans Cup. Don't speak too loudly about one of those finals against Mamelodi Sundowns. And then when it became the Coca-Cola Cup, Chiefs won 3 of the first 4. In fact, the Coca-Cola Cup was shared between 2 teams, Chiefs and Jomo Cosmos. And then Cosmos changed to Telkom knockout. They won it twice. Yeah.
I remember one of those finals, Chiefs Cosmos.
5-0.
I think Jabu Pule had polka dots on his head or something.
Ran riot. And he ran riot that day, Jabu. He was unplayable, Jabu Pule, that day. The Chiefs were emphatic winners.
It was Jabu Pule then. It was not Jabu Matangu.
Yeah, no, it was a different Jabu. Our play will continue then. For that, Raman Patlele, we're gonna maybe a little blow to the nose as he collided with the shoulder of Skakane, contesting the same ball. So when it became the Telkom, Chiefs won the second installment of that, and here we are now, cutting knockout. Who will put their name first on this trophy?
When you speak about Telkom Cup, I remember Watson Miranda. I remember Barok in PE.
Yeah. Famous night for one of the BP top 8, I believe, with the Kaizer Chiefs. And then led Baroka to a most unlikely victory over the Pirates. Was that the season that was back-to-back seasons that Pirates lost in the final there, was it? I spoke about Amazulu's form away from home in this competition, how they've generally struggled. That is not just a form in this competition. There's a good-looking cross in there, good, well defended. The Chiefs will still have the ball here, and Mthetwa works it wide. Now, Mthetwa, Kwinika in an advanced position here, upfield. Mthetwa very nearly pickpocketed there, but he's clearly got side mirrors there. Good peripheral vision from Mthetwa, heard the man coming if he didn't see him, and he stayed down. That's why the ball's been put into play, put into touch. Moremi. You see a whole lot wrong there. Or maybe Ox caught him there.
It's the Ox, maybe it's those horns. The Ox doing the business in that midfield.
You mess with the Ox, you get the horns. Oh, wow. We've given possession back to Chiefs, and it'll be a goal kick for Itumeleng Khune. They got ahead of Phillies there. Swing of the boot there by Dolly. Pass intercepted, crucially so. It's Kakani now. Moremi can get Amazulu going forward. Not enough numbers in this attack though. Have to go in his own chance, too heavy there with the pass. Didn't have enough support though. Chivaviro coming deep.
Whenever it comes deep, Kaizer Chiefs lose the shape. They need him as a point of reference. Then you've got a Dolly and a Potani supporting. The late runs that will be made by Umato, you must not go deep. You need the experience of Dolly to speak to him, keep guiding him on that field of play.
Chiefs have been successful in this competition in terms of getting past the first round. In fact, they've been past the first round in the last 7 editions of this competition. And overall, they've been past the last 16, 19 times. It's a competition, as I mentioned, that they've had a lot of success in, especially those years of the Coca-Cola Cup. The heady days of Kaizer Chiefs. And by the way, Kaizer Chiefs, a legend, Thabo Moki, I'm told, turns 49 tomorrow. These days he's a coach of the Legends team. And happy birthday in advance to the man they call Tsiki Tsiki Yo. Was a massive crowd favorite. What a career he had for Kaizer Chiefs.
Happy birthday to Tiki Tiki in advance. What a midfielder. Entertaining at all times. Hardly lost the ball in that midfield. Continued to make that jersey number 12 famous at Chiefs.
12 that was won by Ace, the great Ace in Swelemu, taken over by another Ace, Kuse. And these days, young Mshini is number 12 for Chiefs. It's a good-looking ball, yes. Chivaviro looks to hit it on the turn. Pasele kept tabs on him. They've got themselves a corner. If ever a game was badly in need of a goal, this is one such game.
Titoka goes up, Novo goes up, Kwinika goes up. They're going to add that height into the box to try and support Chivaviro. It's a mismatch there. Brooks cannot pick up Novo.
I was saying, speaking of height, how's that for a mismatch? The header back in. Good close marking there. Amazulu are preparing to make a change. And now Chiefs fans want a free kick. They're nothing doing. But it was that went down. Just thought, no, it's a contact sport. So here comes the change then. It'll be as we expected. Sedi Dion is the man being prepared. A little change of tactic, Pumuzo manager here for Coach Pablo.
I'm going to use this word, City. The Amazulu top goal scorer this season about to come on. 2 goals so far this season. Sedi Dion getting the brace in the game where he came off the bench to be able to get the brace for them. That game was against Cape Town City.
Yeah.
They're going to change the formation slightly. They're going to play with an out-and-out 9 with him coming in. He plays well with his back to goal.
Totally changes gear. Tariq Phillips cuts it out. Helped on its way. Mato Quinika getting forward quite a bit there. Nice combination again with George Mato. Gets the free kick. They're enjoying what he's doing. And I think George Mato is enjoying what he's doing. As we hit the hour mark, it's a set piece.
We spoke about that technical arrogance on the ball. That's what we see with Mato. Very confident, even with his back to goal. His scanning is very good. He knows where his opponent is. He knows where is the space to run onto. That is Mato. That's been good so far this evening. That is Mato. Playing with a smile on his face. Absolutely. Changing things. XTN exits. In comes Dion, a target man. Very good aerially. He comes in at the right moment, TT, with a set play on the side. Given an opportunity to attack it in the air, that is Dion. He thrives from opportunities like this. But at the moment, he needs to defend this set play. That is Dion. Assist the team defensively. The responsibility of picking up in order.
So it wasn't really a happy return for XTN, largely anonymous in the first half. That is not a good set piece. He's gonna get, you can see, he also knows that was not a good one. And he's lucky that he will get a second bite at the cherry via a corner. I'm not sure what he was trying to do with that one. But anyway, here you go. Second time around, goes to the near post. Comes again for another corner. Good spell here good spell of pressure for Chiefs here. This time tries to go to the back post. So he comes away with it as a Dolly. It's a free kick for Amazulu. Foul given against George Mato from End of Fire. Like another famous End of Fire, of course, is very old Teko Mutise, who he lists as one of the players he always admired growing up. George Mato says he always wanted to emulate Teko, and well, you play like that, that is very Teko Mutise-esque. So double change, it's a South American connection here, about to be introduced for Chiefs. I wonder what the thoughts of Mulikinseke are here. Pumuzo manager will get your thoughts once the change happens. Throws it into the area. Way by Ngobo. He's looked comfortable there. It's in the back. Mato again, but this time he leaves the ball behind. Chubaviro here will be one of those, and Yusuf Mark will be the other to go off, and Castillo. Edson Castillo is about to come on together with Jason Gonzalez. There's a yellow card coming here. And the challenge on Moremi. Skare Mamoreni. Itokwe.
The first sub will be like for like. Gonzalez coming in, as you see the yellow card going to Ditokwe there. You'll see that Gonzalez will come in for Chivavairo. That is like for like. You'll see Yusuf Mart come off for Castillo. I would like to say it's a like for like. It's a box-to-box midfielder for a box-to-box midfielder. But the other box-to-box midfielder has got goals in him. That is Castillo. So far, 4 goals in all competitions for Kaizer Chiefs. He has got an eye for goal during set plays. He has got an eye for goal making that late run into the box. That is what Castillo brings to this Kaizer Chiefs team. We are yet to see what Gonzalez offers to the PSL.
On he comes then, does Gonzalez as well, for making his 7th appearance, his 5th off the bench in all competitions. Well, now they can get it away. Kaizer Chiefs, good work here from Nobo, now playing it out. Looks for options upfield. Dolly is screaming for it. Gets it now, Dolly. Looks to release Botsane. Muteta wide. Tapping the one there was almost with his first touch. Gonzalez could have made the difference. But he went into the net and the ball didn't. Well, that was a good little passage of play for Chiefs there.
I thought the ball to Potani should have been to space, not to feet, because in that moment it's a 1v1 with the Raman Pasele. You want him to be able to use his speed, but if you play to feet, you are playing to the strongest strength of Raman Pasele. You'll always do well in those ones.
Botsane is complaining that there was a use of an elbow in there. It seems to be the gesture. That was the gesture to the referee. Chiefs is now on the defensive here as the cross comes in and goes behind for a goal kick, watched all the way by Itumele Nkune then. And these sides met, of course, in 2010 as well in this competition. Kaizer Chiefs emerging victorious, but they while Amazulu have a poor record away from home in this competition, Chiefs are very good actually generally away from home. They've got more wins away from home than they do at home. 30 versus 35 away, 30 at home, 35 away over the years. Just took his eye of the ball there. Tekopotani.
Usually they say if you make a mistake like that, it means you're not driving an automatic car. It means that Inya will katele clutch.
Form hasn't been on the side of Chiefs lately as well. Also, they've got just one win of their last 6 matches in all competitions. That one came versus Kukune. They've drawn 2 and they've lost 3. And now they could be in trouble here. Oh! High-risk stuff there. Was that the topper flying in? To be fair, Amazulu didn't appeal for anything. Certainly not vociferously there. I was outside the box anyway.
Did he get the ball or did he get the man?
Looks like got man there, but it was outside of the box.
Looks like he starts with the ball and gets the man last.
Perhaps that's how Abomi the Tom saw it. He didn't even give a free kick.
But he's trading on thin ice. That is the chopper. He's already on a yellow. And making a tackle like that, you get it wrong. You're getting an early shower there, Titi. I'm on the side of Abongile Tom with that one. I think Ditoko gets the ball first. The momentum carries him to then have a touch on Murray. I think it was a good call.
Chiefs have lost just once at home this season in all competitions. 2 wins, 3 draws, and just a 1 defeat against Cape Town City. Cape Town City, who were on the losing side today, knocked out by Arrows.
Kanyisa Mayo, 100K richer, man of the match.
I get the sense that didn't sit well with you.
Congratulating Mayo, Titi.
Yeah. And I saw your raised eyebrow from here. We were talking about it in the pre-match.
100K from Bunjani, congratulations. 100K for Tembinkosi Lodge, congratulations. You know.
By the way, speaking of which, time is running out. Another 6 minutes for you to cast your vote for the man of the match. Has anybody stood out yet for you?
I don't want to give them tips.
No.
I want them to
good luck to them.
The man of the match.
It's their turn. They've hammered us in the past for our choices.
My director is laughing because he has already selected his man of the match. He told me.
Well, that's the thing. When it's left to the public, it tends to be a popularity contest. So, Skakani is fouled here in a tangle there with Putzan. Chiefs have had some big wins over Amazulu, but of course Amazulu scored their biggest win over Chiefs last season at home, a 4-0 win.
A frustrating evening for Potani. The question is, how long will Nteki take to bring in a Modi who got a brace in this fixture in the league?
He's already made 3 changes as Nteki. One of them forced by the injury of Dove when Quinica came on. Castillo introduced in a double change. E2 called for it. You can hear him saying that he's just pointing out to the defender. I said, E2. Oh, but now you collide with the upright there.
I prefer the option that Novo goes for. Clear the ball, we'll talk after. Because the next thing you stop, Itumelen Kune stops, there's a Amazulu player making that late run. It's a delightful ball, in swinger from Hanamovu in that moment. Itumelen Kune, yes, he's calling for it. But Novo says, I'm not sure what's happening behind me. I'll clear the ball and we'll discuss it later at training or after the game.
Safety first from Novo. The glancing header across the face of goal, it will go and away from Keegan Golly. Heavily strapped left leg there, or left thigh.
I think it's time. I think it's time for Mlifinteki to think about withdrawing a Dolly, withdrawing a Potani, to bring in a Modi. A man that can ask for the ball in behind the defense. Is very good with the ball to feet. Excellent in terms of the skill going past defenders on one-on-one. I think that's the man that should start thinking about.
Saida is also another option available on the bench.
Another option with a goal to his name on the bench, that is Saile, if you want to bring in somebody that has got a goal already this season.
Yeah. Very more to men from ZB, Zabitela. Oh, Limpopo giving it away to Dion. Dion goes for goal. Looking to catch Itumelen Kune out there. But sails well over the crossbar. We're gonna ball threaded through here, could be a chance. Nothing wrong with that challenge, says the referee. Racing onto it was the big man there, Gonzalez.
Should have been smarter, Gonzalez. Get his body between the ball and the opponent in that instance. He wanted the ball to run across his body. That's why it was advantage to Velimoto, who came out timelessly to make that clearance.
Mtetwa. Switching play. Picks out Rifosla. What's up? Mtetwa gives it away. But they win it. It's been gifted back. Potsane plays in and left behind by Castillo.
He spoke about the danger that he brings, the late runs into the box. Potsane finding him with that pass. He just puts that ball slightly behind Castillo in that moment. That's what he does well, the eye for that late run. He sees the spaces and he uses them well. That is Castillo.
What is very much done here now?
On a 5 ball. Looking at that opportunity again, look at that late run that Castillo makes. It's just that the ball is slightly behind him from Potsane. Earlier on, this is what I was speaking about. He's letting the ball run across him, that is Gonzalez. If he makes contact with the ball, that's a penalty all day. He's not looking for the penalty. He's looking to be fair. You need to be a little bit smarter as a striker in that instance. Get your body between the ball and the opponent. Had he taken a touch, Kaizer Chiefs could have had a penalty there. That is Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, yeah. Well, he receives treatment. Chiefs, Motlifitseki and Atazwane having words with some of their players. Not much activity on the Amazulu bench. Now, play continuing. Motwa back to his feet. It's Chiefs again, probing.
The voting for man of the match, Titi.
It's just closed.
It's just closed.
The decision has been made. The announcement will be made a little bit later on. By the way, if we are still locked at 0-0, of course we'll go to extra time and if needs be, penalties. We've already had one match in the round of 16 decided on penalties as Mamelodi Sundowns bowed out against TS Galaxy. 2 successive losses in cup competitions on penalties for the Brazilians. It must hurt. Mtetwa is a man behind it. Very nearly pickpocketed, but releases the ball quickly. Nice touch there from Potsane. Now, Mtetwa. Space on this right-hand side for Punika. Floats the ball in. Hoofed away by Kumete. Well, they're camped inside the Amazulu half now, our Kaizer Chiefs. But can they make the breakthrough? Just unable to unlock this Amazulu defense. And now again, Amazulu get the ball away. It's been stubborn resistance here from Musutu.
He might appear as a defender on the team sheet, that is Kakani. But his energy on transition, on break attack is so good for Amazulu. And he has understood that wing-back position so well since the new coach has arrived.
So this one is looks like it's could be the kind of game that will be decided by one moment. There has not been a lot of opportunities at either end, so it's going to be who will take that one opening. It's that kind of game. In the last 2 games between these two sides, those matches produced 7 goals. What we would do for just one here.
now that the supporters are done voting, did you see?
With still possibility of, still so much can happen in this game. I mean, if we have to go to extra time, you could have a game winner coming off the bench in extra time. But
I think that's what
decision has been made.
That's what both technical benches are thinking. I'm sure that they are reserving some of those subs, thinking this game might go to extra time.
Gonzalez just leaves the ball behind with that first touch.
The supporters getting a little bit frustrated with Gonzalez, because every time he loses the ball, you can hear the noise go higher and higher. He needs to protect that ball. He's got the frame, he's got the body. He needs to hold up that ball and bring the midfielders into play.
What did you think he did wrong, Chivavero, in the first? Well, what was the option? What does he, or maybe put it this way, what does Gonzalez offer you that we didn't get from Chivavero?
Chivavero did give Kaizer Chiefs that link up as the main point of reference, held up the ball well, linked up a couple of times with the Dolly, with the Potani, also with the Matlo. He did that well. But I thought that he ran out of legs a little bit. They thought that they needed fresher legs up top. He did get the supply, Chivavero. Unlucky not to be on the score sheet today, even having that a shot on target from long range. I thought that Ntseki was just going for a different personnel up top. They are similar in terms of what they offer Kaizer Chiefs, very good with their back to goal. But Gonzalez has not kept the ball well so far since coming into this game.
Ditokwe will get the throw in.
And also, is there a language barrier with Gonzalez and the rest of the Kaizer Chiefs players? So that might be the other option that maybe we're not discussing, and which is something that he might be facing coming from South America. Does he speak English? Is he able to communicate with the rest of his players?
Well, he's got Castillo in there to help him out with the Spanish. And this man riding onto the ball is a bit of a polyglot, is Dolly. Almost took the defender's head off there. Gonzalez going for the spectacular. 10 minutes away from possible extra time. Kept in play by Dolly there. And then,
Binika with that delightful ball to the far post.
Good job, he was nowhere near there.
He sees the ball late. Why do you go for the spectacular if you see the ball late? And another option, get the ball on your chest, put it down, because Ramon Pasel is close stance. You can't see what's happening behind him. And Gonzalez was in that far post. Maybe take a touch, maybe go for the header instead.
A big Colombian looking for his first goal for his new club. Butani being hustled, manages to get the pass away. Oh, now they've given it away again. That's happened way too often in this game. In fact, both sides have been guilty of giving the ball away. Double change coming for Chiefs. That'll be their last.
When he's speaking about the turnover, Titi, it's what the offensive team is doing. When Amazulu loses the ball, what is Kaizer Chiefs doing on that transition? What is Amazulu doing? Both teams have not been great in terms of that transition. Whenever they win the ball back, they tend not to see the opportunity to go forward. They don't seem to see the opportunity to use the spaces that the team that has just lost the ball is leaving behind.
Standing by Christian Saile and Pulemori, just the two players we spoke about a little earlier. The change of option, and we're talking about possibility of maybe Potsani and Dolly maybe the men to make way. Gonzalez couldn't get past Mbongeni Kumende, and was captained this side, and it is going to be Potsani that will be withdrawn, and keeping Dolly. So just as we thought.
if you are a fullback at Amazulu and you think that you're taking a break when these two are being taken off, wait a minute. The same thing you're gonna get from Saile is pace, physicality, aerial presence, pace, skill, the ability to find goal. That is Modi. So far this season, Modi, 3 goals in all competitions. On the other side, Saile, so far this season, a goal to his name. They've got goals in them. Will the midfielders have the ability to find the pass, to find them in a good space? That's the question.
What's the verdict then on Keegan Dolly's first start?
I think it's hard to judge a player in a game, Titi. I think he's getting back to his usual self. The rustiness will see go by with every match that he plays, that is Keegan Dolly. We know that class is permanent.
Amazulu are also, we're told, preparing to make a double change of their own. These changes, of course, now, I think with extra time in mind, fresh legs required. George Malulega is about to get a run against his old club. Three former Kaizer Chiefs players saying get a run today for Amazulu. Skakan is ball into Sedi Dion. There's a mid-air collision there. So Itokwe and Dion.
At least it's not a head collision again. It's Dion on the shoulder of Ditokwe. It's not as bad as we thought, but Dion stays down. Ditokwe stays down. The medical team out there trying to assist football manager, sporting director in picture.
The brothers Mutaung. Bobby is the one who's hedging his bets today with the colored shirt, Kaizer Chiefs shirt. The dual-purpose jersey, that one. It will work just fine as well for later on. 9 o'clock is the kickoff. As the Springboks face England in a repeat of the 2019 Rugby World Cup final. Ethan Brooks' night is done.
Former Kaizer Chiefs man, former Mamelodi Sundowns man, former Tuks man, former Ajax man in Maluleke coming into that midfield. Looks after the ball very well. He's got that game-changing pass on him. That is Maluleke. Will he show that influence playing against his former team? That is the big question. We spoke about Skakane being a wing back. Another man that can play well in that position is Joste. Former Marisburg, former Highlands Park, former Orlando winger. That is Joste coming in. Near picture, Ditokwe and Dion are still out receiving medical attention.
We talk about George Malulega, is what he brings to the. There was a school of thought that says that his departure cost Chiefs the league that season. That he was the key cog that was missing in the run-in there. But there he is out there then against his former club. Scored, by the way, against Amazulu.
I'm just worried that since leaving Kaizer Chiefs, he has not had a lot of game time.
Yeah, he had a lean time out at Mamelodi Sundowns. And as for this appearance today, it's his 8th of the season in all competitions and his 3rd off the bench. Could be a chance here. They found an opening. Oh, they found it! They've snatched the goal! Some intricate interpassing there, and they've snatched the goal of Amazulu. Would it be wrong to say that's against the run of play? I think not. Well, there is a sting in the tail with just 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Have Amazulu snatched it here?
It's a throw-in. They are focused. You can see the ball rotation goes to Maluleke. Good combination with Ngema. As soon as that ball drops in, is the new signing. Is Felice. Is the centre back. picks a spot. He uses the in-step technique to place that ball far from Itumelengune. He gives them the lead. That is Amazulu. It's Felix, the unlikely source, the latest man to sign for Amazulu. Could he be the man that takes them to the next round? A good goal by a centre-back, taken well, like a goal that will be proud of any striker to score.
Unbelievable scenes here at the FNB Stadium. Tariq Felix with his first for his new club. Tariq Felix with his first goal in only his fourth appearance for Amazulu. And now, can Chiefs force this game into extra time? Great claim there from Velimotwa. Wow, what a story unfolding here at FNB Stadium. Tariq Felix was on the score sheet as well for Cape Town City. His last goal was back in February. Oh, a penny for his thoughts now. Takes a glance at the big screen, looking at the clock. What now? There's a hush, a stunned hush in this FNB Stadium. Moments away.
We always speak about the critical phase of the game, where you start thinking about extra time, where you start thinking about that break that you're going to get just before extra time.
Amazulu, there was a flag up. They wouldn't have counted a flag up offside. Amazulu have not beaten Kaizer Chiefs in the PSL era in a cup competition. Spoke about how they've struggled on the road in this competition. They haven't won a game on the road in the...
Correct call by the ref. It's a delightful cross brought in by Modi, trying to find Sahil in that far post. A correct call that is made by the assistant ref in that distance. Quem about to come in. The fourth official says you're not ready for the sub. You'll have to wait a little bit longer. I think he's going to be in trouble. That is Moto. Is he booked for that?
Yeah, looks as if delaying the restart there. Velimotwa into the book he goes. We're still waiting for the signal from the fourth official as to how much. 5 minutes. That's going to be a long 5 minutes for Amazulu. It might not feel like enough for Kaizer Chiefs. They're going to get a change here as Quem, just another player to give the Chiefs defender something to think about as well.
I don't see this as more of an attacking sub. You've got two big men that will harass Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs wants to play the ball from the back. So you've got two big men that will stop Kaizer Chiefs from doing that. Then you need to launch the ball long. They've got a Felix and Pasele Gumede that can deal well with that long ball. But there is your new man, Quem, linking up with Dion.
Dion tries a swing of the boot at the ball. Blocked. Little flick. Silo gives chase. And as does Modi, and comes away with it as Rian Anamu. Seconds ticking away all the time now. Kaizer Chiefs, I spoke about the record in the last 16. They've been past the last 16 for the last 7 editions of this competition, but they are 3 minutes away from bowing out.
He is 3 minutes away from keeping his 6th clean sheet in all competitions. That is Velimotwa. His experience, he will eat the seconds away. He will try and delay and break the momentum as much as possible. He launches a long one forward. He's got 2 target men to aim for. It's Dion on the ball.
Dion looking for a free kick, nothing doing. They're working it wide and now. No ball. Modi, Guinika, they've got numbers in the box, but can't get past this white wall. They've been solid defensively, have Amazulu. It's been a stellar performance defensively.
Coming into this game, Amazulu had played 8 games, TT. They had kept 5 clean sheets in those games. Defensively, they are sound. When they defend, they change it to a back 5. When they attack, it's a back 3. The work that is being done by Skakane and Hanamub, I think it's underrated, TT. The work that they do in those wing-back positions. If you want to beat Amazulu, you need to win the battles in those wide areas, and Kaizer Chiefs has not in the wide areas this evening.
Hanamub has been rock solid, as you say, down this left-hand side. And the centre-backs as well. Raman Pasel is always exemplary almost into the last minute. It has flown by the added minutes. Kaizer Chiefs heading out of.
And you look at the midfielders that Amazulu has. You look at Maluleke, he looks after the ball well. You look at Ngema, he looks after the ball well. Then you still have the security that you get from the other double sixes that they have on the field of play. That is Amazulu. But now you've got a Kwem, you've got a Dion to hold up the ball up top. Kaizer Chiefs, can they find a way? Can they be able to find that direct ball to Gonzalez and find a play from the second ball? That's the big question.
Now, Amazulu have stolen it again. Just keep ball. Just to keep the ball is all they have to do now. Into the last 20-odd seconds of time.
I think Felix has had a good game. I think Raman Patel had a good game at the back. All the saves that Moto had to make were good. I thought in the midfield, Matou had a good first half. Second half, they worked him out. That is Amazulu. They looked after him well. Did the sub of Modi happen a little bit too late? Did the sub of a Castillo happen a little bit too late, TT? That is the big question. Those two players have got goals in them. Did they come in a little bit too late for Kaizer Chiefs to be able to affect the game?
2012 was the last time Chiefs lost in the first round of this competition. In fact, in 2011 and 2012, they were knocked out in the first round. And it is minutes or seconds will factor. The 5 minutes is up according to our clock. Amazulu in possession now. Head for the corner. Well, this is another famous win here for Amazulu. They thought that was it for a second, but I almost thought so myself. One last chance maybe for Kaizer Chiefs. Gonzalez gets up. Modi, it's now or never for Kaizer Chiefs. Will there be time for the throw in? Amongile Tom looks at his watch. They are wasting time here. Kaizer Chiefs not getting the ball in. Quinika will go for the long one into the box. They got numbers in there, everyone. But Kune virtually. There it is. Hey! Bang! That will be the chant. As they head down to they have come here and stunned the Kaizer Chiefs, and the long drought continues. I can tell you they're happy, they're not angry. The long drought continues. What now for Mulifinseki?
Congratulations to Amazulu for getting to the next round. Unlucky for Kaizer Chiefs. The wait continues for them to find silverware. You calculate it's about 3,080 days since Kaizer Chiefs last lifted a trophy. The wait continues. Unlucky to Mulifinseki and his boys. Congratulations to Amazulu. They proceed to the next round.
For the first time ever, Amazulu win an away game in the knockout in the League Cup. For the first time, they beat Kaizer Chiefs in a cup game in the PSL era. And the Amakosi faithful are stunned. It's another defeat. 1 win in 6 coming into this one. Make that 1 win in 7. Confirming it for you. It's a big shock here at the FNB Stadium. Kaizer Chiefs bow out at the first hurdle. The most successful club in the history of the competition. will take no further part. It's finished. Kaizer Chiefs 1, Amazulu. Or Kaizer Chiefs nil, Amazulu 1.
So it is Lesotho who, of course, put their name, they added to the quarterfinal list. An outcome that is a very disappointing one for the team playing here at home, but there is something that they have won. Amakosi, you have voted for your man of the match, and it goes the way of Keegan Dolly, who gets his prize courtesy of Zanele Mputi, Regional Corporate Affairs Manager, SAB Zanele. Thank you so much for doing the honors. Thank you, Zanele. Keegan, I know, very difficult, of course, looking at the outcome of this game. So tough. A little bit better at the end of that first half, but in the second, things just came undone.
I think, obviously, first of all, thanks for everyone who supported and voted for me. You know, very disappointing. You know, we wanted to win this game.